What is going on, everybody? Brodo Gaming here, and we are back with some Minecraft Xbox One Edition for you guys, showing off the second map of Team Deathslayer, who was recently featured in an older video about 2 months ago of the video titled Best Minecraft World Ever. And today we are going to be doing his second world that he has made. Alright, now the area, this map is called Skyline Revamped, and these are rules, basic rules. This is like an RPG server role-playing, whatever you want to call it. We have an economy and everything, and you'll see how structured this is. This is the homeless shelter where anyone spawns. It's free housing. As you see, we have basic rooms here, lots of, all the rooms are the same, and yeah, rules downstairs, so you're supposed to spawn down there, read the rules, and you come up here and you can see the housing options. Basically, this is where all the files of the residents are stored in there. Lots of stuff. Coming outside, you can see the huge downtown area, which is very structured. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take flight so you guys can see this in a short amount of time. This is our bank. Again, very basic. If Team Deathslayer would please turn on the lights, because all of these buildings are redstone operated, and they are all, you can see, lights turn on, nice and low. I believe that these are deposit boxes if you want to store anything in here. It's protected by bedrock, as you can see. Now, if you go around the back, if you go around the back, you can see the way it works. Alright, so this is where your employees would come in, and Team Deathslayer, would you please activate all the switches that need to be activated. Okay, so you come in here, you have multi-step doors. It looks like this is where the vault is, where everyone's belongings are placed. And as you can see, this mechanism here locks the chests so that no one can access them. And then they're open. Very, to me, complex contraption, as I might be able to redstone. Now moving on to the next building, we have I believe the library, which was made by me. I don't really need to go too much in depth. It's just a basic library. I made this pretty different design, I think. And once you get a really good job, you can move over to these apartments here. These apartments are for the between poor and between low middle class. They're really nice apartments. As you can see, you have decently sized rooms here. It's a bit small to my liking compared to the other houses that are available for purchase. And alright, coming out of here, now we have more apartments. And let's get into downtown. This here is going to be a penthouse, which is like an apartment, except it's a house that is the size of one floor of a building, and everyone lives in that building. This is a completed version of one of those penthouses. This is another building that I have made. It's about 6 to 7 stories high, and as you can see, you have one floor, and each floor is a house. So, as you can see, that's supposed to be a fireplace. This building actually burned down once. Fire spread was on, and since this entire building, most of the rooms are made out of wood, the entire building was engulfed in flames. But yeah, this is one of the houses you can buy. This is one of the more expensive properties for the people that own businesses. This is another high-end apartment here made by Team Deathslayer. Pretty same layout. And this is the iconic, one of the Twin Tower buildings in New York City. This is about, you can count the floors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's gonna be about a 30 to 35 floor building once it is complete. And Team Deathslayer, if you can go ahead and activate the light switch so that everyone can see exactly how much redstone is in this. It is insane. It causes insane lag, but it looks amazing when the lights go on and off. there is a central redstone core that goes from the bottom to the top of the building. These are going to be my twin towers here, which are my own design. I kind of just searched up tall buildings on YouTube, and this is what popped up. And I am creating these. There's no interior yet, but this is going to be a business headquarters for a business that I will own. This is the TDC. This is the Trade District Center, where businesses will meet and discuss business ideas or have trade partnerships and stuff, things of that nature. Here we have basic shops here. This is a sandwich shop here. You know, you come in, it's really welcome, nice, small, cheap stuff, really cheap. Coming out of here, we have our. This is a cobblestone store. Cobblestone store there. You export, you pay. Very simple design. Something I actually missed was this alleyway here. This is a very genuine alleyway. I've never seen this in Minecraft before. It's very realistic, if I can say. You know, you have the alley cats and the junk. There's a bunch of junk in here, trash cans, stuff like that. Here we have our, I believe this is a stone and ore distribution store. This is our construction office. This is where all the construction workers will work and meet and have their meetings before they go out on the day's work. And this is elevator. All it is a big staircase. It goes up. You basically have the same layout for each floor. This is where all of the ores will be stored and sold. So that's all of this building here. Now, I'm going to give you guys a few views of the downtown just so you can see how big it is before we move over to the next area. As you see, this is an empty space. This is where our Freedom Tower will go, which was actually featured in our old Minecraft video, which you can see once you're done watching this one. And yeah, so we're going to have that. We're going to have these two buildings here. Team Deathlayer will begin the construction of the second twin tower somewhere in this area once this one is complete. And most of this will be filled up with more stores, more businesses, maybe a 2-scale football stadium, maybe. Alright, now moving away from downtown. Actually, before we go, this is a very large plane. This was actually here before I joined this world, but it's one of the first things people see. If I can activate this door. Okay, so anyway, this is a plane, and someone has broken the floor. As you can see, this is the cockpit here. Pretty, if I say so myself. And then we have our stewardess, if you're oh, never mind, this is a first class compartment. And then we have our restrooms here. And this is the door to third and second class. This place is very, very creepy. If you were creeped out by this, you're not alone. And these little creepers here are the terrorists. They're gonna blow up the plane. Now, you could go back even further down into the plane to third class, but we're not going to get too much into that. Alright, now coming back out of the plane, we are now going to go visit some of the neighborhoods. Oh. This here is the Skyline Tower. This is basically a very iconic monument, if I can say so. It's basically just so that you can see the SL, the Skyline abbreviation, from any main road of the city, so it welcomes you to the city of Skyline. Now, most of these houses were built before I came here. These were all built by different people. As you can see, they're very suburban, very, very nice. This one here, for example, is just to show you what you can get by being on this world and having money and being, productive in Minecraft. It has fireplace, working light switches, fully detailed rooms. This is the garage. And we have over here we have. Okay, this one is actually unfurnished. I got it mistaken with another home, but as you can see, you have lots of space here to put anything you want. And there's also an upstairs, if I can figure out where the staircase is. Okay, so this is the staircase up to the second floor. You see more big rooms and nice windows out here. You can see everything you possibly want to see from out of your window, seeing this amazing city. We also have separated lighting for the first and second floors, which is a great feature. Now, let's go back out of this house. I am too lazy to use doors. Over here we have our 7-Eleven remake, the 911. And this store is basically what you get out of a 7-Eleven. You have shelves, and this is where snacks and drinks will be stored. You would take them out of the shelf, give it to the cashier, and then you would pay for it. Pretty basic design. Now coming back out, over to the industrial area of town. These are factories over in this direction, and this is basically where you would expect to live as a factory worker. This is where the factory workers would live. Very, very very depressing if you ask me. This is all the space you would have, except for 5x5 space, but as a factory worker, it's kind of what you would get, since you aren't making too much money. Here we have an obsidian factory made by myself. It is functional. You simply flip a switch, lava comes down onto the redstone and creates obsidian. If you guys would like to know how this is made, go ahead and comment down below and I will make a video on it showing you how this works. So anyway, this is the obsidian factory. As a worker, you flip the switches, you have a pickaxe, mine it, and then lay the rest of them back down, and you would have an infinite supply of obsidian. And the workers would park their vehicles back here in the parking lot. Here we have the cobblestone factory, which was made by Team Deathslayer. And as a cobblestone factory worker, you would come in the store, and if Team Deathslayer should give an example of how this works. So basically the miners break the top piece, and then the machine itself then generates cobblestone going up. So it's a completely infinite supply of cobblestone here, as well as the obsidian. There's actually a huge chain of things that go on here, like a real factory. Once you make these things, since it's in such a really big shipment, you have your loading docks here where the trucks would come and take these supplies and distribute them to stores all across the city. Here we have our wheat unpacking facility. This is where the trucks would come in, or in this case, packing mules. They would come in here, and there would be. This is where everything would come. The trucks would come here and pick up these supplies that were made. Now, going in through the actual front door of the facility, this will be office space and check-in, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I believe this is where you would start, right? I believe that you would get your hay bales, and you would then put them into these chests, and then it would then you take the stuff out of the chest in here, and you then put it into here, which basically moves the hay bales and makes them into wheat. So as you can see, these factories are very complex. Now, moving over to some of the last parts of the city, we have a basic general store here in the neighborhood. You know, it's a pretty decent area around here. Now, moving over to the legal side of things, we're going to go to the courthouse. And don't mind this area over here, it's a basic fake artificial city. Over here is the insanely beautiful and immaculate courthouse building. It's a very nice design. It looks exactly like a courthouse. Now, coming through the front doors, you have a very nice color scheme on the walls, paintings on the wall, nice floor. I love the green and the sandstone combination. Up there is where you would go if you wanted to have a top seat. Now, since this is a tour, we're gonna see this. Now, if you've ever seen any court scene in the movie, or if you've ever been to court, you know that we have the audience sitting there, and we have the defendant and the plaintiff sitting here. And then we have our, I don't know who sits here, and the judge sits here. As you can see, the judge has a perfect view of everything going on here. And like I said before, if you went up to the top, you would have viewing on the second floor. And there's a bunch of storage rooms in the back and offices for the judge in the back of the courthouse. Now, after you go to court, you would go to a place called prison, which I will now show you. It is very far away because you don't want prisoners escaping, which they won't anyway, but you would not want prisoners escaping into the city, so we keep them very far away. As you can see, the roads on this map stretch very far. There's probably a total of about 100,000 blocks placed just in roads alone. So this is a prison. So as a prisoner, you would come in with the police escort guard. The police guard would then tell the prison officer to open the gates. The prison officer would then close the gates behind you for safety, and then open up these doors. As you can see, none of these doors have buttons that anyone can use themselves. So you need the prison guard to open every single door for you and close them, all for safety. Now, coming through here, this is the holding cells. I believe that we are on the first floor, and each one of these cells are only openable from one side. As you can see, people have died in these cells because once you go in here, you never come out. So, yeah, you have 2 floors of these holding cells. In the future, this will have even more and more options of security and whatnot. So that's the prison. It's a lot more detail to it. Like this is where the cafeteria will be and whatnot. And now to kind of bring things back to peaceful, I'm gonna go and show you what kind of entertainment we have so far in the city. Form comes in a mini game. Actually, the person who gave me the idea was Dan Lags. He has a really good Minecraft channel, and the idea he gave me was golf in Minecraft. If any of you have played GTA 5, which I'm pretty sure all of you have, this is not to model it, but this is basically what a golf country club looks like, or a clubhouse if you want to call it by that. Pretty good design, right near the suburban neighborhoods. It's a really nice building. You have a nice little balcony here, shade your cars or whatever. This is where you would buy your golf tickets and enjoy your lunch with your other rich friends here. All of those rooms up there are complete. Just most of them empty, so there's no point of really showing them. And the golf course would expand from over there to over here, which is is all going to be flattened out very soon. And coming over to in the video here, we have this is where our Capitol building is going to be. It's going to be somewhat like Washington DC, and the houses here are going to be the most expensive houses there are available to the public. And obviously here you can see the size of this. This is actually a 2-story house, but the first floor is on ground level, and the second floor is actually underground level. So it's all pretty complex design. And before we go, I'm actually going to show you guys the map, the size of the map. Let me just change my settings here. Okay, alright, so as you can see, this map here does not have much on it, but if we go back over towards the city, you can see the massive size of the city. It takes about a quarter of the map, from what it looks like. Just for all of this, it is a very large city, and I didn't even cover everything in the video. Like this lighthouse here is actually fully functional during the night. All these stores here, a bunch of small businesses, houses that I did not mention. So there's lots of stuff. Anyway, if you guys are interested in helping out with the world, or participating in our economy server on here, if you're interested in getting a job or things like that, go ahead and comment your gamer tag down below, share the video with your friends so we can find out about it. Yeah, that's about all that I really wanted to show you guys in this video. So yeah, anyone's welcome. There's no restrictions or anything. You know, all we need is just dedicated people that really do want to help this place grow. So yeah, this was Brodo Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.